Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sons of Kojima Emergency SoKast Project 7 update. Thank you guys all very much for joining us tonight. I'm being joined by a distinguished panel of Project 7 connoisseurs, aficionados. First of all, the Scotsman, Mr. Cyber Iceblood, is here.
Yo, everyone.
In addition, the superior Torrez Johnson is here.
What up?
The vociferous Mr. Freddy Fastfuck. Perfect. The luciferous Lester.
You almost said loophole.
I almost did. I'm used to calling him luciferous. We also have Mr. Nomad, who can't hear us because of Skype issues. Mr. Che is here.
What's up?
The delightful Miss Alice.
Glad to be here on this very interesting night.
And I, of course, Mr. Freddy, regular fucks. So, there's a lot to get into. Again, thank you guys very much for joining us on short notice. We, didn't do a pre-stream or any of that nonsense because there's a lot of stuff that we need to cover here tonight. If you guys are not aware, tonight, Mr. Phil has dropped his Project 7, he dropped Project 7 altogether, but he dropped his Project 7 update vlog, approximately 40 minutes of quality content for you guys, because he cares. And what he'd like to tell all of you fine people is that there are too many games for him to play, he's way too stressed out, and in order to get some balance into his life, in order to finally be at peace, he must delay Project 7 indefinitely. Much to the dismay of many patrons. We'll get to all that. Guys, your thoughts right off the bat based on this news of Project 7 being indefinitely delayed, aka pretty much canceled.
Well, I like to use a famous quote from Phil. Thanks for the money, dummy. That's pretty much what he's doing to y'all. Thanks for the money, dummy. Y'all gave him money for Project 7. He's not even working on it. Y'all should all feel fucking stupid right now. You knew it was never going to come. I don't know why you fucking decided to donate to his Patreon for Project 7.
Now, this is why you see something. They have to show something before they work on a project. It can't just be all ideas and up in the air and they ask you for money for it. This is why you be a good consumer and you don't be gullible, because that's what it was. He just scammed, and yes, I'm going to use the word scam because that's what it was. Scammed a whole bunch of gullible people out of money. Congratulations. You're never getting Project 7.
Mm-hmm.
I feel sorry for everyone who just got scammed by Phil, fucking Christ. But what they can do, but they got scammed by a fucking idiot, really, who blaming the fan for his laziness to do Project 7.
I mean, what? How much did he get? Like what? $12.50 for like 8 months?
Yep.
Damn, almost 10 grand and not do shit. Jesus Christ.
So, we're also just joined last minute here by Mr. Loophole 572. How you doing tonight, sir? Okay, he's adjusting for sound issues. So we're gonna be connecting with Loophole here in a second. Unfortunately, Skype has these weird glitches. We had to delay the show about a minute or two, not indefinitely, but just for a minute or two, just because sometimes when you connect to Skype, it doesn't immediately give you sound, and you have to leave and come back and leave and come back. So, anyways, we'll connect with Loophole. Nomad also is having the same issue, so we apologize for that. But anyways, all right, let's start to break this down. The video he puts out originally starts with, okay, well, here is the big thing that I want to tell you guys, is here's how Project 7 started, here's the gigantic reveal of what the game I was going to play was, and he really teases this fucking, concept of like, oh yeah, the game will be, if you guys guessed it, it's a big, everybody guesses it and all this stuff. He reveals that it's a Final Fantasy game, and that his original plan is that he's going to play the game in short bursts offline so that he can gather up some footage and then be able to place it into Project 7. Then moves on to say that the reason why he's going to have to call this off is because the planets have aligned, ladies and gentlemen, and it's as though the universe is telling him not to do Project 7. That every time he tries to do it, every time he tries to make time to work on Project 7, that just things get in the way. For example, today, he had no plans on doing the Street Fighter V beta. He went on record and said, I'm not going to do any more Street Fighter V beta unless I'm 100% guaranteed that it works. And he goes and drops everything at literally a moment's notice. He gets the information that he gets the information that Street Fighter V beta is up, and without checking into it, without anything, he jumps right in, drops everything, and starts streaming. No pre-stream, nothing. Just boom, I got to get out there. These are not legitimate problems. These are not legitimate issues that keep preventing him from doing it. He keeps preventing himself from doing it.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't have to do the Street Fighter 5 beta today. I mean, that's not what he was getting paid for. He's literally getting paid $12.50 a month to work on this. And it's different because he said he was going to come up with something. You know what I mean? It said that there was going to be something that was going to be shown for the effort or whatever in August. He said it right there, playing in deer sight, whatever the fuck you say it, clear in plain sight. I'm kind of fucked up today, but it's a scam. I don't know what else to say. He just scammed everybody. And let's see what Patreon does, because this is going to show if Patreon's a legitimate website. Let's see what they do about this, which is going to be nothing.
So let's think about this. Let's really think about what he is actually canceling. Nobody was expecting him to do Project 7 and have it done at any point soon, at any time soon. Like, that wasn't what people were asking for. That's not what people paid for. He collected $1,250 to take off 2 streams, essentially one day, and work on a teaser trailer. He's postponing the teaser trailer. That's what boggles the mind. That's what he's delaying. The teaser trailer. This whole notion of I'm being pressured to do Project 7 and I got to get it out and I'm so stressed out and all that stuff is completely fictional, ladies and gentlemen. What he is postponing is a fucking teaser trailer, something that would have taken him the time that he would have made to make that video tonight, 40 minutes. He could have filmed something. Each and every Friday that he's supposed to be setting aside time to do this, he could have contributed something, whether it be 10, 15 minutes a day. You're going to tell me that he doesn't have 10 to 15 minutes a day in order to make good on a $1,250 promise to his patrons?
Wasn't he supposed to cancel a second stream to do that shit?
He wasn't supposed to stream at all today. And what he did last night, I'll grab the tweets. What he did last night is he put the feeler out there. He started to give the red herring that this is not going to actually come to fruition. Let me grab the tweet because he really victimized. Oh, I'm so stressed and I
the
can't
victim
do
complex. Yeah, he just wanted people to feel sorry for him.
All right.
So he could crowd around him.
Here is the original tweet that got the party started. Can't sleep. My head really hurts from stress. May have an announcement tomorrow regarding the state of things and a huge reveal or not. Then he goes on, so managed to get about 5 hours of sleep. I think today is going to be way different than originally planned. May even be streaming tonight. However, I've still got definite stuff planned. Working on patron stuff for sure before I decide what else I'm doing today. More info later. I'll ask up front. How would everyone feel about a bonus Fallout New Vegas stream during the time I'd normally do a second stream tonight? If things work out the way I'm thinking, today I may have an announcement regarding Project 7, a huge reveal of what is/was to be.
That's not what he's getting paid to do.
Not at all.
5 hours of sleep, that's pretty good. Damn. I wish I was that lucky, but stressed or not, you still got a job to do.
Yeah.
Yep.
So refund that money, or it's a big scam.
Mm-hmm.
His job is literally playing video games. He is stressed out about playing video games. Most people play video games to relieve stress, to unwind. And apparently he's stressed out from playing fucking video games. And like you said, Fred, he didn't even have. It's not like he's putting together a pilot episode or, or 10. He was supposed to put together like a 1-2 minute teaser trailer.
He
that
had
could've-
no expectation on him for this. None. Zero.
He gave himself a way out, like like he purposely did that. I think he really never intended on going through with it. And I think he always gave himself a way out with his wording of things.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, with
Might
the wording,
happen, might work on, stuff like that. With the wording, he always gave himself some sort of way out. He was never definite, in what he was going to or not going to do. I think it's really, really shady and shitty how he did that, how he worded everything, almost like lawyer speak.
well, even if you look at the wording, he said he was going to show something for August. So even with the wording, I kind of think he kind of shot himself in the foot right there. Because when you hear something about, a project or a web series and you say they got something to show, that's something that you like evidence, you know what I mean? Like a script, screenshots, a teaser trailer, or maybe an episode or something. So I think he shot himself in the foot that one time with the wording. He couldn't get away with it before. But Project 7, and this is what I thought all along, Project 7 is just something that can stay as like a high tier goal because he doesn't have anything else to offer. So he's just gonna keep Project 7 on there for as long as possible, which he's gonna get it for a long time if Patreon lets him do this shit.
Mm-hmm.
So he can just milk money out of people. That's all it is. It's just an excuse to not do anything but to have a high tier goal so he can get over 1K. That's all Project 7 was. It's a fucking mirage. It's like a whatever. It's fucking bullshit. That's all it is. It's never coming out. So don't expect it.
You can't really be surprised by any of this, though. It's DSP we're talking about, after all.
Yeah. I mean, again, there was no pressure on him to do anything. A teaser trailer. A 1 minute something.
Yeah.
I mean, if we wanted to, we could go ahead and put together some sort of teaser trailer tonight. Before I could whip up something right now while we're live on the air. And this guy is going to try to charge people for 2 streams to be able to do it. He was paid $1,250 just so he can fucking work on that. And he won't. He refuses. And he's going to do stuff that's going to add income to him. And that's what he's going to focus on. He's going to focus on Fallout New Vegas. That already started last night and this morning. That he was going to stream Fallout New Vegas instead. Fuck the patrons. Fuck the fucking Project 7. Instead, I'm going to stream New Vegas. He already had in his mind that he was going to stop this project.
But did you hear how he worded it too? I'm doing content that you guys wanted me to see. No, they wanted you to do Project 7. That's why they paid $12.50 a month.
Yeah. Well, this is the best part, in my opinion. Okay. It wasn't like it's not like he starts from scratch every single month on Patreon, right? His Patreon is going to be approximately $12.50 upwards, maybe $1,400 at all times. Right now, it's about $2 short of the $12.50. But in general, his Patreon is going to hover around that, meaning that all of his goals, except for the camera, which, by the way, he also pointed out in that vlog. We'll get to that in a second. But all of his goals are already funded. He can just slide in whatever the fuck he wants. And that's what he did here. He created this artificial demand. He acted as though the fans wanted it and he really wanted to do it. Does this sound to you like a man that really is motivated to do this?
No.
No. He just wanted to cash in off this and to see if there was some sort of attention or hype for this, and that it would bring in views.
Yeah, they're bringing money too. It's a perfect smokescreen. It's something that's 5 years old that people have been wanting, and it's been slowly building up hype between his fans for some reason over the years. And it was just an excuse to have a high tier goal so they can give him that money.
Exactly.
And this is a challenge. This is a challenge that personally for me, to supporters of him and Patreon. Patreon, if you're a legit website, you got to call them out on it, or you got to do something. Or I don't trust anything you put on there, and I'll never give $1 to anyone on Patreon.
Mhm.
I never do, but I'll never do it. It's either you do something about this or you're a scam website. Just plain and simple. And to his fans, if you're paying for Project 7, if you really want to see it, take the money away. You know what I mean?
Vote with your wallet. Or
Yeah,
with your...
vote with your wallet. Don't enable him to do this. You got the power.
Power of the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
He took away a legitimate 12. Okay, I can't even say that with a straight face. He took away a much larger 1250 goal, such as like a marathon, mini marathon with breaks, whatever. He took away larger goals to promise a teaser trailer. Think about this. Instead of, all right, I'm going to play Crash for 7 hours, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm just going to make a teaser trailer. That will be enough. And he can't even produce on that.
Nope.
This Patreon Project Patreon, has been nothing but underproducing, overpromising, and broken promises at that. Terrible
Well,
what this has been.
Well, you could say Project 7 is a lie.
It very much is, man.
Just like the cake is. But this, yeah, you got to think how much money he's made total. Like around in the area of 10 grand, right?
It is exactly $10,000.
10 grand total from.
Yep.
And he hasn't even put out a 1-minute teaser trailer. He could just sit on his fucking couch holding a controller, just being like, well, guys, I've been sitting here for 2 years playing shitty video games and, you know, blah, 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 blah. What am I going to do now? And just post it on YouTube. And he could call that a teaser trailer. He could literally do that. Just sit on his couch and talk for 30 seconds or a minute. And that's all he has to do. And he's been paid 10 grand. And he couldn't even put that out. That's like the minimal amount of effort. That's in 10 grand. Most people could buy a car, pay for, you know, a good amount of tuition for college with that, and he spends it on fast food, and that's just it's disgusting, really.
And he's got the nerve. And he's got the nerve to complain about the American healthcare system. Well, like Don King said, only in America, right? Well, that's not true, but it's a reference. But Fred's right. Underproducing. I mean, he hasn't. I don't think he's finished any Crash Bandicoot, but he probably like 10% of the games that the Patreons pay him to play, he finishes. He doesn't finish, I mean, and he even tried putting one of them behind a paywall to finish it after he started. And Project 7, I mean, this is just a ripoff. And, you know, like I said before, I mean, I saw the writing on the wall from day one, because usually when someone puts an idea out there and they want you to give them money for it and they don't show anything, it's just the idea, it's usually a scam or it's never going to happen. I mean, they have to show that they have the effort and they have the ambition to at least finish this project or try to get one episode out. And he didn't show that. He didn't show no screen caps. He didn't show anything. So, yeah, it's a scam. Literally, it's a scam, because even with the lawyer talk or whatever, he said he was going to put out something in August, and he didn't. Talking about ideas is not putting out something when it comes to a project. It's screen caps, it's scripts, or it's a pilot or trailer or whatever. So, you know, according to the writing, in my opinion, he flat out lied. There was no double talk there. He said he was going to come out with something when it came to Project 7, and he didn't.
You're right. All right, so it looks like we just connected with Loophole. Loophole, can you hear us, buddy?
Yes, I can.
Alrighty. So, being a connoisseur of things like movies and on-screen products, I'm sure that you were really looking forward to Project 7. I'm sure that you've heard the news. Give us your take based on what you've heard here tonight.
Okay, so I didn't watch the entirety of the video, so I'm just laying that out right here. I'm just going off what everybody's been saying in this cast, and I skimmed a little bit through the video. I knew the video itself was probably going to be subpar, but I can't say that for certain. But just it just pisses me the fuck off, and it's fucking bullshit the way he's gone handling this. Ever since the Patreon started, this Project 7 goal has pretty much been there, and it hasn't been acted upon. And when did he make this Patreon? February?
Yeah, January. I think first week of January.
It was
or
definitely
February.
January. It was definitely January.
Okay. So how many months does that ago? 7?
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
6
And
months ago.
And it might not have been the very first month, but very soon after the Patreon was made, that was that was like an enticement, something that you would want to donate for. And that rung a bell just because after Project 7, the one with John Rambo and Howard was released, after that got canceled because of the guys who were editing the videos, he pretty much said, yeah, Project 7's dead. You know, it was a cool series that I tried to make, whatever, didn't really work out that well. Cool. He pretty much put this in so that people would donate to it so they could probably see it, because it was one of his more high-quality, quote-unquote, video series. And yeah, despite the acting and stuff, it was still a decently produced series because of that. The editors who did that, they had some talent.
Mm-hmm.
And this new series, I knew probably wasn't going to be that great, but this fucking bullshit, the fact that got confirmed today, is super fucking lame. And anyone who donated to this, you donated to a scam. This is the equivalent of something like you won the fucking $1 billion at some fucking random ass lottery or whatever. That's the same kind of shit with this. It's a fucking scam. If you saw this, you saw Project 7 as an ad, you say that's fucking scam. That's a scam right there.
I'll tell you what.
It's fucking bullshit.
I'll tell you what, Patreon, if you want to make some extra money, there are some scammers. You should send the email addresses of the people that are donating to Phil. You should send them to the king of Nigeria or whatever that's trying to cash a check, and all you have to do is send him $1,000 so you can help him cash a check for millions. You guys would make a killing on that if they gave you a fucking commission.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. But it really just makes me mad more than anything, because it's just pure unadulterated laziness.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why he didn't want to do it is because he's fucking lazy.
Yes.
And here's the thing. He had no prep for this at all. He didn't write a script. He had no idea what he wanted to do. There was doubts if there was going to be Panda Lee or not, if it's just going to be him, if Deathface or whatever's going to be in it, if there's going to be any special guests. He didn't really talk about the people who are going to guest star in it or how that would work in. He didn't think about this shit. He just put it in there as a word. So he said, oh yeah, Project 7, you know, because I got hundreds of thousands of views or whatever. So we knew that his hardcore fan base knew what it was and that people would want to see it, even if it was going to be a subpar product. And even though he said, if the first episode of this is going to be shit, you know, I'll stop making it fine. You know, that's dumb in itself. But the fact that he's not doing it at all, he hasn't put any time or effort into it. Like, what the fuck was he going to do? He didn't have a single script. He didn't fucking shoot it at all. Did he even have it? Does he even have his green screen set up anymore? Who knows? Because he's fucking lazy. The last thing he did with that green screen was Batman Arkham Knight or whatever, and he did the Batman costume. That was June.
Angry Phil.
Yeah, that was 2 months ago. That was the last thing he did.
Yep.
The only thing he did before that was he filmed green screen videos, 2 of them for like fucking 5 minutes each. Waste of money, waste of other people's money. He did not fulfill any of those fucking things. And it's ridiculous. And he has no plans to do it anymore because he's a fucking lazy bastard.
Help us explore this idea. We talked about this a little bit earlier before you came on. The fact that he claims that he had all this stress and pressure. What he's actually doing by postponing this, he's postponing even starting to work on it and doing a teaser trailer. No one was expecting him to put out any substantial content to Project 7 this month, next month, or even during the hardcore gaming season. People were under the understanding that they do the 1250, he takes 2 streams off, he does a teaser trailer, he has quote-unquote something to show for it as he was winding back expectations. Quote-unquote something to show for it. A lot of people just thought he's going to whip together a teaser trailer, maybe some old footage, maybe some new footage, he's going to record something, yada, yada, yada. He was expected to just put out a teaser trailer for the month of August, maybe in September at some point like that. What he's essentially postponing is a teaser trailer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a teaser trailer.
Only 50 seconds long. All you gotta do is show Phil playing a fucking game, Death Face, show the title logo. That's it.
Yeah,
Say it's coming out 2016. How hard is that?
It's ridiculous.
Can you imagine that? I mean, it's such a victim complex. He is definitely a professional victim. I'm stressed out. Okay, big deal. You're still getting paid to do something.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna try that. Let me go tell my job. Well, you know what? I'm stressed out, so I'm never coming in. But still, give me my paycheck.
Yeah.
Fucking kidding me?
Yeah, and like, what's he getting stressed by? Playing video games. Every night he watches a movie or a TV show, and he has fucking fast food dinners. Or he has some kind of... He goes out to restaurants.
Fast food dinners.
Fast food dinners, TV dinners, all that shit. And he has gout, and he has a big-ass house, and it's just mind-blowing how much of a fuck-up that shit is.
I mean, for all the complaining that he does about the American health system and all this shit, he should be pretty thankful for what he has, because he is extremely lucky compared to a lot of people. I mean, there's people that bust their ass that don't have half of what he has.
Yeah, let's think about this, all right? He's a 30-year-old guy. He has his own house that's valued at about $250,000 in a nice neighborhood, a gated community. He's got a girlfriend that's like 10 years younger than him that, you know, he doesn't have to worry about her doing shit, cheating, going out. They don't have like this shady relationship. They're literally like an old married couple. They just stay in the house all day. He wakes up in the morning. I wouldn't even say morning, because he made a big deal about like the Nintendo thing being at 9 a.m. So he wakes up like, I don't know, 10, 11 a.m., has some breakfast, maybe pours himself a bowl of cereal, maybe Leanna makes him an omelet, I don't know, whatever. Has breakfast, checks his phone, goes on Twitter a little bit, hypes up the first stream of the day, goes upstairs, which he also complained about. He doesn't like the stairs going up and down. Goes upstairs, sits down and plays video games for about 4 hours with help with a stream chat on how to play it. Literally a live, up-to-date guide referencing his class of character, his items, go around that corner and pick up the ration, all that kind of stuff. Gets done with that, goes downstairs, has dinner prepared by his girlfriend, or they get in the car and they hop off to fucking Arby's, whatever else, come back, eat, go back upstairs, stream for another 2 to 3 hours, same thing, hand-holding chat, goes downstairs, watches movies until it's time to go to bed. Does that sound like a stress? That sounds like an awesome fucking weekend.
Yep.
That sounds like an awesome
Vacation.
fucking that sounds like a staycation to me.
Every day. Every single day.
Yeah. That's the stress. That's the fucking and you know, that's the stress. I was gonna talk about the gin and the Tanqueray, but whatever. If it's his personal life, whatever. You whatever. The fact of the matter is that his life is as easy as possible. As easy as possible. I mean, what could you even say would be a negative aspect of his life? That people are critical of him and call him out for his bullshit? We don't even make money, and from time to time we've had to deal with people being critical of us. But you know what we do? We talk with them. We explain ourselves and what we've got going on. We attack it head on, and we address the criticism, and we explain ourselves, and we solve it.
Yeah, and you got to think of this, Fred. You know, to complain about criticism, it's something that whether you're on the internet or you're at your job or you're outside or just dealing with people in general, you're always going to face that. You know what I mean? There's people that are going to be critical of you or something you do, or people that just plain don't like you. It's an aspect of life that we deal with everywhere we go. It's not something exclusive to him. You know what I mean?
All right. There's one aspect that we definitely... Go ahead, Cyber. I want to just cover something after you're done.
Go ahead, man.
All right. So in the chat, I just linked to a tweet. This is definitely something that we need to acknowledge because this is pretty major. All right. So for some reason, I don't think my link sent. Sorry, guys. There we go. All right. So I just received a notification from a longtime fan of the show, K Gallion. Shout out to KG. Hi, KG, if you're watching.
Hi,
Goddamn
Kizzy.
horse
Hi,
fucker.
KG.
How's it
So,
going, brother?
Mr. Keith has not reacted well to this news. Earlier today, we went a little bit back and forth about what this means in terms of him supporting Phil on Patreon and stuff like that. And he made the claim to Dragon Killer a while ago, and also, sort of renewed that promise and reminded people that if Project 7 is getting canceled or postponed even a few months, that he's going to drop his support on Patreon. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what I can tell you, at least at this time, is that K Gallion has posted a screenshot where we'll get to that in a second. He's posted a screenshot that he has dropped his Patreon support for Phil, and I mean that you can't really dispute that. Now, we can't predict the future. We can't say what he's going to do in the future, but at least at this point, the message has been sent by a long-term supporter. I mean, I would say if you think about pro-Phil people that defend Phil, people that support Phil, I think KG is at the top of the list. I mean, there are a few others, but I mean, he's been the longest there and all that kind of stuff. He has dropped support for Phil on Patreon, and a reminder, according to the points that is displayed there, he's given $195 to Phil over the course of the life of his Patreon so far. So, this isn't just a couple dollars being dropped. This is, a decent chunk of change that Phil is losing out on from a long-time supporter. So,
Wow. Well, I can't predict the future, but for right now, you're being a man of your word.
mm-hmm.
So I can't say nothing bad about it.
His Patreon has dropped to $12.38.05.
And that's the solution. I mean, listen, this is literally, people always say this all the time, and I'm guilty of it too. It's a hard thing to do, I understand, but if you want to see Project 7, if that's what you're donating for, or a majority, for, or whatever, take the money back. And, he'll be forced to do it, you know what I mean? Unless he wants to keep taking lower donations. If you really want to see Project 7, then you're going to have to put him up against the wall and have him do something that he said he was going to do. Vote with your wallet.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me. If them donations start going down and down and down, and they'll stay down, you'll probably see Project 7.
Right.
But if you enable him, he's just going to keep doing this. He'll be saying the same shit next year.
Absolutely. So, again, just wanted to give recognition. K Gallion has followed through on his word to drop his support for Phil on Patreon, and I have no problem saying that. We're fair, despite what some DSP supporters would say. We treat people fairly. When the time comes to face the music, I guess you would say in this case, even though it's not really anything against us, but we'll give credit where credit's due. He said he was going to keep his word. At this point, he has, and we have to give him the credit for keeping to his word on that. So I think that the message is being sent to Phil right now that people are not happy about this. And it was funny because earlier today I went to the IRC. I mean, that says enough because they've banned so many people since the last time I got banned at the IRC. I was able to go on there, but I went in there with a random name, and then I changed it to RIP Project 7. And one of the mods, I think it's, what is it, Oblivion Ichigo? How do you pronounce that? Something like that? Oblivion? I don't know. He gave he made a new rule today, no Project 7 talk. So people weren't even allowed to talk about it on the forum, or on the actually, you know what? That's something. I'm going to check the forums while we're doing this because there might be something there. Squeaky chair. I'm going to check the forums, but on the yep, he just posted an official announcement. Oh, he just posted the video. Let's go for the world record of thumbs down, shall we? What a fucking douchebag. Phil, this is Phil's thing right now. Let's all thumbs down the video. Just to make it seem like they aren't legitimate, like people are just following his word on this. What a fucking.
Because he's a kid. It's a scam artist. He's he can say he's stressed out, but he's happy. He doesn't have to do anything, and he gets his paycheck. For him, it's like winning the lottery. It's the same, it's the same situation. He doesn't do anything, and he gets that check sent to him. So he's happy. Like, he can say whatever he wants about being stressed or whatever, but he's probably attempting to do a backflip right now. It's probably not going to go well, but that's how happy it is. He's just thumbing his nose at everybody. And this is a person that you people are donating to for Project 7. Someone that said that he wasn't going to do it anytime soon. And that even though he promised you something, he's not doing it. And now he's saying, oh, anyone who dislikes, come on. He's just making fun of you if you dare dislike it. So that's who you donate to. I mean, have some self-respect.
How dare we have a voice? How dare we?
Yeah.
It's like a high-pitched, sorry. It's essentially, he's just mitigating every sense of responsibility that he has to this. All right, well, we're gonna, sorry, there's like a high-pitched thing that's bothering me. There's a, all right, sorry. There's just this need for Phil to just mitigate any sort of blame. Never just, all right, you guys got me. There it is. I'm sorry. I acknowledge. It's just let's go for the record dislikes. What?
Who says that?
Yeah, I mean, he knows that there's going to be a lot of dislikes.
Yeah, it doesn't seem genuine at all. Like, oh, I made a mistake, and you guys should know it. It's not like that at all.
Dislike the shit out of my video. I'm gonna too. That's what he said in the video. I'm gonna dislike it as well. And he's like making fun of the fact that a bunch of people are gonna dislike the video when you fucked up. You know that you did wrong. And instead you just mitigate it and you try to make it seem as though you're entertained by it.
It's a nah. I got you, suckers.
He seems like he's trying to act like he's taking it in stride, like, oh yeah, I'm totally rising above this hate. They're thumbs downing they're downvoting my video, so I'm just gonna I'm gonna downvote it too, because I'm just gonna make a joke out of it and act like I'm taking it in stride. When on the inside he probably is not feeling as good as he's showing everyone.
All right, go ahead, Torrez.
For someone who has that much haters, wouldn't you try to actually be positive, like to prove us, the detractors, wrong? So far, he's giving people more reason to hate him.
Exactly. And someone in the chat said Silent Warrior is still defending DSP by saying it didn't steal anyone's money. Well, I mean, you can always hit me up privately and we can discuss that.
Absolutely. Silent Warrior, you've got open door. If somebody wants to reach out to him or something like that, we're going to be on for a little while. If you want to come on and talk to us, we'll talk to you one at a time, whatever you like, whatever you fancy. If you want to talk to us in private, through text, through chat, DMs, whatever. I'd love to get your opinion on this. I just got an update from the forums. I went to go check it out, and just so happens that Phil's on there a minute ago. He posted the following, 2 paragraphs, so I'll read them pretty quickly. Somebody asked, aren't you breaking Patreon terms of service? His response, no. Patreon TOS requires you to follow through on your perks, which will be fully fulfilled as explained in the video. The goals are nice things to motivate people to pledge, but aren't considered rewards like the perks are. It's not like Kickstarter where you're promising to deliver a product and have to with goal levels, but it is with perks. Regardless, the $250 from July is being redirected to August anyway, again, as explained in the video. So the money isn't simply being pocketed. I'm sure the usual drama queens, hey Phil, will be talking shit for years about this, but overall the patrons should be happy that the goal levels are lower and easier to hit in August because of this.
Jesus.
They're not happy at all.
Yeah, Warrior talk.
Yay.
Warrior talk.
I got one word for this. This is just plain bullshit.
Damn, brother. $1,250. It's worth it to be that much of a scumbag. You're a real piece of shit.
Yeah, man. He
This
fucking
fucking
is.
guy.
This
He'll
boy.
he'll go to the end of the earth defending this, but you know it's a scam, buddy. I don't care goals. And if that's the way Patreon's really set up, then Patreon's a scam website. You know what I mean?
100%.
Because whatever you can say goals or perks, it's at $1,250. You're gonna see something in August for Project 7. That's plain and simple. You're gonna see something. You can't twist them words around. You know what I mean? It's something. You pay this, and you're gonna get something, and you didn't do that. So I don't know. I don't know what the argument is.
Oh shit.
What's up?
Yeah,
What happened?
KG fucking dropped a
Pipe bomb.
huge bomb. You guys want me to read
Oh,
this?
snap.
You guys
Yes,
want me to read
yes.
this?
Shit,
All right.
Please.
All right.
Do it.
Here's a YouTube comment on the recently released Phil video. I'll read. It's like 5 paragraphs. So I'll do my best to read it quickly. You keep saying that you want to diversify your content and work on creative projects, but so far this year, all I'm seeing are more gameplay videos, with the exception of montages, which are a slight improvement. Patron's Choice, indie marathons, etc. are all the same thing you've been doing for years. You got some new equipment to improve the audio in your playthroughs, like the mic and the wall foam, great. But you've barely used your green screen or done anything outside of your office, and it's been over 7 months since your Patreon launched. I was honestly hoping this was a troll video, and you were going to cut out to Deathface before revealing the game Project 7 was originally about, making this video some sort of teaser in the series. That would have been amazingly good. As someone who wakes up at 5 a.m. and doesn't get home from work until the sun sets late in the day, I don't see how you don't have time to work on Project 7 when you only stream for 6 hours a day from your house. Hell, your first stream doesn't even start until 1 p.m. when the day is half over. I don't personally know you or your schedule, but I also have my own place that costs me $2,000 per month, a full-time job, bills, and responsibilities. However, I still find the time to play games and watch your videos. I even spent 5 hours one night and created a fan promo for Project 7 using clips from your 2010 and 2012 series. It seems like I've put more work into Project 7 than you have all year so far. That's extremely upsetting when all you have to do is reorganize your schedule better so that you would have time to work on it each day. You have had all of today to work on Project 7, and you just played Street Fighter V for 90 minutes while I'm at work all day sweating my balls off in this intense Cali heat to earn my paycheck. None of the reasons you gave justify dropping or delaying this series or explain why it would take you 7 months just to start to work on it. I enjoy your videos when I'm able to find the time to watch them, and I will still continue to watch your content, but this offends me, and it is disrespectful to those of us that have tried to support you this year through Patreon. You say that you're a businessman and need to focus on what people want, yet there's still no word of Crash 2 even continuing, despite it having better views than all of the other series you're currently working on. This is regrettable. Even a small teaser trailer for the series would have satisfied everyone, but we have nothing. I was one of the folks who pledged $75, but I'm walking away from this.
And Phil has just deleted that comment.
He did.
Checkmate.
Yes. He
You
just deleted.
fucking asshole.
Yeah,
No,
but
that
what he's
is
saying
wow.
is true.
So that
I
comment is
mean-
gone.
What he's right in that regard. Personal feelings aside, he's right.
Something
Because
tells me there's gonna be some massive Twitter drama after this ends.
Well,
drama.
That I'm with KG on that. I want to see him do Crash 2 again. And also, sorry, I had gotten a little sidetracked on something, so
You're
I
cool.
apologize for not being there.
You're good, man.
Also, one more thing, I'd like to take back that horsefucker remark from KG at this point.
Perfect.
So, yeah.
Well,
Props to you, man. Props to you.
So apparently the KG comment, which was heartfelt, it was genuine, it was the
The real
actual
account, though, right?
yes.
Cool.
It
Only
was-
2K subscribers.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was the actual. Well, KG posted the screenshot to me himself.
Oh, okay.
He
My bad.
tweeted it at me. This is an actual longtime supporter, someone who's gone to bat for Phil. How many times? I mean, I've made this point myself, but think about this, man. We don't really get resistance from Phil supporters that much. I mean, who do we ever argue with? I mean, aside from some people that go off and try to, argue with fans on their own time or whatever else like that. As far as the general vibe is that there's normally not people that come to us and try to talk shit on us. There's usually not people that try to come after us in order to defend Phil. Only really KG. That's like the only person that really goes to bat for Phil nowadays. And he has managed to alienate him.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean after that was one of your biggest supporters right there.
So he's edited it just a little bit. He's added things like that's extremely upsetting when all you have to do blah 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 blah. Yeah, I don't see exactly what changed, but it seems about the same. So if you guys want to read it, I'll also post the picture to the updated one. Sorry about that, Jay. I just wanted to update
No. I'm saying just personal feelings aside, he's right on that regard. No matter my personal feelings, I can't say he's wrong. I'm man enough to admit that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Even if I don't like somebody, if they're right on something, they're right.
Yep.
But you're right. I mean, with the Phil fan base, none of them's ever really came after me, so I can't say they're a fan base that goes out and attack people.
No, the only person
Phil's
that
more
we've
like
ever...
my bad. Phil's more likely to do that.
Exactly. The only person that we've ever really crossed paths with was Timbo Slice, who we got to talk to, and we're good friends now. Well, not good friends, but we're friends now. We're on good terms. The Ariad Lord, I guess, would be someone that would stick up for Phil, and he he surprised us with what he had to say, despite the fact that he shows up and stuff. So there's so much to cover. All right, here's something else that I think we should point out, and this is a bit of credit, some recognition for Mr. Che here. Phil spent a little bit of time talking about the camera, the 2K camera that he's really trying to get purchased. And he holds up like his camera and stuff and does this flailing, which, man, if you guys need a GIF, almost a GIF. If you guys need a GIF of Phil flailing around, man, oh man, this was the one. This was definitely the one to catch this guy flailing around. I'm sure the fucking thumbnail will look like him putting his hands up for the police like it always does. But you look at it, and you've got him sitting there saying, I tried to get that 2K camera. This camera doesn't even zoom. I can't even do this, that. I needed that camera.
10 minutes or something like that.
Exactly. And that is exactly what Che pointed out from the get-go, is that this guy is going to try to manipulate people to get him that camera, and he's going to use Project 7 as the way to do it.
I mean, yeah, and I'm pretty sure that's crazy, but did you Onoko, did he just say that he couldn't record for more than 10 minutes on that camera?
Yes.
Oh, come on. Either he got something messed up or that's a lie, because even my laptop camera can record for as long as I wanted to. You're telling me that's a better camera than a laptop camera and it can't record for more than 10? It can't zoom in? Who is he fooling? And does he really need to zoom in for Project 7? What is he doing that's so, so professional? You know what I mean? It's not going to be anything extravagant. He doesn't have no one to record it with. It was just going to be like a glorified Let's Play. I mean, it's excuses. I knew it. I knew he was going to put that camera out there because he wasn't going to reach that goal and use it as an excuse.
Mm-hmm.
But he kind of on one hand, he said he needed the camera to do it. But on the other hand, he lied and tell people, even though he didn't have the camera, that he was going to come out with something in August for it. So he's contradicting himself.
We've got a quick update from the forums. 6 minutes ago, somebody says, obviously the patrons aren't happy since you're losing them. Phil responds, ultimately, some people will be disappointed / upset and move on, while others will understand. That's the way of life. That being said, nobody's removed their pledge yet since the video went live, but I do expect some to. I'm a realist here.
Yeah.
He did.
KG did though.
Then 2 people link the KG comment, and no response.
Awesome.
He left the thread, so
Nice.
those will be taken out by the mods pretty soon here. So I'll go ahead and archive the page just in case.
What can I say? That is just bullshit. Oh, no one gonna remove their pledges. Oh, they will.
What's his
on,
Patreon?
KG already
sitting
did.
at? Yeah, what's his
Yeah.
Patreon sitting at now? Let's have a look. See.
The mods are
Like,
jabronis.
1238 still.
Yeah.
I know people start removing it.
But KG is not on the patrons list.
Yeah. Well, he, like I said, he withdrew. He says about $20. So.
Mm-hmm.
The mods are a bunch of jabronis.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
What a bunch of jackasses.
Yep.
So
There's no free speech over there.
here is the archive link if you guys are interested in that. How come it? Okay, there it goes. Looks like we've got something coming in. I'll keep you guys updated. Oh no, just a piece of quality content, I think. All right, so we move on. We covered the video camera, we covered the planets aligning, we covered all the different reasons. I have a question for you guys. Let's sort of throw this around. Do you guys think that if he would have got the camera, that he would have followed through on Project 7 more so than now that he did not get the camera?
Nope.
Hell no.
Really?
Fuck no.
No.
Really?
Nope.
That's not the reason why. It's bullshit. That's not the reason why he won't do it. The reason why is he's lazy, he doesn't want to commit to it, and he has no creative ideas.
And the camera was an excuse.
I don't know,
Exactly.
man. I just feel like if he would have got the camera, he would have put more effort into the teaser trailer.
I
That's
don't know, man.
possible.
That's my
It just-
opinion, though. Just obviously, just me. I just feel like if he would have got the $2,000, whatever the fuck he wants now, to go and buy that camera, I feel like he would have had a little bit more motivation to do the teaser trailer.
I don't think so. I think the camera is a MacGuffin, a Deus Ex Machina, something to show you that, like, if it proposed, like, if he had this camera, everything would be magically solved and it would all be good, and then Project 7 would be made. But if he had it, like, what would have been the difference? And also, that camera, which he says only can record 10 minutes, that's bullshit. He said before many times that he can record 30 minutes. Why does he even need to record more than 10 minutes anyways? He's just going to do a bunch of quick shoots and different scenes, and that could be more than 10 minutes,
Wait a
if a minute.
Record more than 10 minutes. He does Hate Live. It doesn't stop every 10 minutes and he has to restart it and Hate Live. And Canadian Chicken did point out, there's another YouTuber, I think y'all know him, the Happy Console Gamer. He has the same type of fucking camera that Phil uses. But the same, the same thing. It's not like some fancy 4K camera. And he did a movie free of charge on his own time. It only took him like 2-3 years. This guy's had 5 years to do Project 7. with 6 months of it being paid, and this guy was able, a one-man show with the same type of camera that Phil has, a movie where he went to different locations and filmed it.
Mm-hmm. So, quick update. I just updated the art, and throughout the podcast, I'll just put when I put it up on YouTube, I'll just make this the art for the video. But we just had this during the podcast, because it takes a lot of time, and it would require Patreon money to have nice artwork and to produce quality content here. But Torrez somehow produced a miracle and was able to produce some quality content here for us. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, Project 7 is dead. Thank you, Torrez, for submitting. This is fantastic. Thank you for the occasion.
Yeah.
And that is
Nice.
badass
Awesome
artist.
artwork, man.
That is badass artist 1000 on Twitter.
Yep.
Created by Torrez Johnson.
Yes, this artwork was hashtag created by Torrez Johnson.
Yeah.
So, thank you very much,
Yeah,
Torrez.
right.
We appreciate that.
Yep.
How is Howard doing? Doesn't look right.
As far as the forums, still no update on that front. There is absolutely no updates as far as him on the forums. I'm seeing a little bit on Twitter that he's responding to YouTube comments. So I'll try to check that out while we speak. But as far as we know, he's trying to mitigate. And let me see here. Kicked Phil from King of Hate. Oh, gotcha. Wait, what?
No, that was him. That was someone else.
Chelsea.
Being Phil.
Phil is. Oh.
No, that was really me. LO using a laptop to read questions.
I thought that he was trying to say that he was Chelsea. I was going to say, wait, what? Okay.
Oh.
I got you. It looked like he was. Okay, gotcha. Sorry.
I got you. It's cool.
Something in the chat popped up where somebody was quoting what happened in the forums. Or, sorry, in the chat.
Yep.
So something's going on in the IRC right now?
Let me look at it.
Okay. Thank you. This is kind of like Mod Madness, where we're having to, do everything on the fly.
The official report.
Yes.
Coming. Oh, wait a minute. We got something coming in.
Oh, breaking news.
Yeah.
Rush us in!
Breaking news over at the King of Hate forums.
It was all a scam. Breaking news.
Dark South Phil, that was really me, low. Using the
Goutgate.
laptop to read questions while I do the private Q&A vids. That is what he said on RC.
Alrighty. So there's the update there. Man, I feel like there's so much to cover, but I mean, we did the majority of it. Anything else that people want to bring up while we try to regroup? Obviously, this is all happening as we speak. So, any aspects of this that anyone wants to? Sorry, go ahead.
This guy is a fucking scamming piece of shit. I didn't get my word on it earlier because I was busy with stuff, but Jesus, this fucking guy, he just expects people to eat up whatever shit is given out.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think he realizes that not everyone's going to take everything that he dishes out. I mean, it's very clear from people like KG that people are clearly upset with this, and he doesn't seem to give two shits about it. What the fuck is wrong with him? Yeah.
Doesn't care.
I mean,
Yeah. Don't pay people first. It'll just end up terribly.
That's what I'm saying. Just like the old saying, I have a bridge to sell you. You have to see like effort or ambition or proof, screen caps, a teaser trailer, whatever. That's what normal people do. When they want people to fund a project, they have ideas, scripts, screenshots, photos, or whatever laid out already. As soon as you go to their site or whatever to show that, hey, this is being worked on. I need your help to get it finished, but I've been working on this 5 years. Nothing. It's just ridiculous.
So I'm looking at the comments. I don't see K Galleon. The K Galleon comment was deleted, flat out.
Yep.
So that's pretty fucked up.
Yep.
Let's see. I don't see anything too crazy. He chose one person to respond to. This is great. He responded to Jackie Chan, "You fucked up. I hope that sauce was worth it." He responds, "That doesn't even make sense, Jackie." That's it.
Oh, man. And you know what? I remember Alice was saying something to me that there's people out there like artists and stuff that really bust their ass and probably don't even get close to, or some of them will never get close to what Phil's making for doing absolutely nothing. Like people with actual talent, you know what I mean, that produce stuff.
Mm-hmm.
With a proven track record. It's just bullshit.
It's unbelievable. And obviously, I think, we kind of, we got out here as soon as we heard about it. So there's probably going to be more to develop even after we finish this up. But, we wanted to come on, give you guys our instant reactions and stuff like that, because a lot of people were interacting with this, and we were going on Twitter about all this kind of stuff. But, man, let's just sum up the situation, I guess, in case some people are just joining us now, because we just kind of hit the ground running. We didn't do a pre-stream or anything. So I'll just kind of just give a quick recap for people that just joined us and stuff like that. Phil has gone on his gaming channel, not the vlog channel, but his gaming channel, and he has informed everyone that Project 7 is going to be indefinitely canceled, specifically the teaser trailer, which is all that he was expected to do. All that stuff. Project 7 is completely postponed because he was too busy with all this other stuff during the quote-unquote summer downtime that he cannot do it at all. The universe, the planets aligned, the universe was telling him not to do it, and he feels an incredible weight off his shoulders, an incredible pressure off of himself, that now he doesn't have to stress himself out with Project 7. What he's instead going to do is he's going to put the extra $250 from last month towards the camera this month, and he's going to make the highest goal this month $1,000, which is going to be a marathon. Everyone who paid $75 is being moved toward the holiday video, either New Year's or Christmas, and that does it. So,
What? Give the money back to them. They didn't pay for Project 7 or alternative holiday video. It said they're paying to appear in Project 7. I hope some of them people demand their money back. I mean, come on. So what? What the hell is that? I don't even know what to say.
There's an outstanding question in the chat from 2D2 Will. At any point did he apologize for delaying Project 7? I don't think he did. Did he actually apologize? Did he say, I'm sorry?
He said he was deeply sorry for the patrons for delaying Project 7. That's what he said. He's deeply sorry that he's going to downvote his own video because of it.
Man.
So basically just apologize to the patrons.
Yes.
What a fucking douchebag.
But so in one video, he basically thumbs his nose by saying, well, I can't do Project 7 because I'm doing the game content, and points at the camera you wanted. This guy must be... What the hell's wrong with this guy?
I love how you try and blame the fans now. It was your fault, guys, not mine. Your fault.
The workload that you guys put on my back.
He created the Fallout New Vegas Patreon goal because he wanted to prepare for Fallout 4 and hype it up. Mm-hmm. He created the Just Cause 2 playthrough. He created the Godfather playthrough. No one asked him. You guys remember? No one asked him for the Godfather playthrough. He just posted a picture of him holding the case up on Instagram. A bunch of people liked it, and he said, "All right, then I'm really gonna go through with it then." But he was already planning on doing that. All these things that he's saying that he's busy with are bullshit. The only recent release that was really worthwhile was Everyone Gone to Rapture, and he did that in one stream. All the games that he's playing, Metroid Prime, Fallout New Vegas, Just Cause 2, these are all old games. The Godfather.
Mm-hmm.
Yakuza. These are all old games. Crash. There's nothing that requires his attention. He's choosing to stream other things to maximize his income. Something that you guys need to recognize, and I'm sure you guys already do, but for anyone that doesn't recognize this, the Patreon support, all that other shit means nothing. It's all just extra money. It will not interfere with him doing playthroughs that are going to generate views and ad revenue on YouTube. That still trumps the Patreon. The way that he advertises the Patreon is that takes the place of ad revenue and frees up me to be able to do all sorts of different stuff that I want to, like Project 7. But he has demonstrated, and he has said himself, he said on the forums, that the views and the ad revenue come first because he has to run a business. He has to keep it afloat. The Patreon is just extra money. It's never going to interfere with him being able to maximize the amount of money that he can make on his YouTube, his bread and butter. It's just icing on the cake.
That is true.
Yep.
That is true. So basically, this Patreon is basically a donation button. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Just like them little donation buttons that go to PayPal.
Yes.
Which Patreon is not. It's not advertised like that.
Oh. So I'm glad I archived that. So Phil has deleted. Wow, he deleted the posts in the thread with the screen caps of KG's comment.
Damage control.
Yeah.
Damage control.
He
Activate.
he is completely trying to erase that from history.
Oh.
The one time it was time to face the music, Phil, you try to get rid of it. You are a scumbag.
Yeah. No different than people who sell snake oil. No different than the people on the infomercials that tell you if you pay them $20 a month, they're going to make you a millionaire. He's a scam artist, okay? And for anyone like Silent Warrior that doesn't believe me, just listen to this one contradiction. On one hand, he needs a 4K camera to do Project 7. On the other hand, which y'all seen it in August below the little text, even though he didn't have that camera, he said he was going to produce something specifically for Project 7. All that lawyer talk, I think that one time, that one paragraph where he said he's going to come up with something, I think that one is going to damn him. That you can't refute that. You can't refute that as him messing with words. It was, I'm coming out with something for Project 7. And he's just admitted that. You know he ain't going to do it in fall. And you know he ain't going to do it in general. So it's a scam. Legit. And let's see what kind of website you are, Patreon. Are you a legitimate website that actually cares about the people that, in extension, give you some money too, since you take a little bit of what they make? Are you a scam artist website? We'll see.
You know, it's funny. The fact that DSP didn't start doing this to KG until after he pulled out of his Patreon.
Yep.
So he doesn't have that diplomatic immunity anymore. That's why this is happening.
He said something bad against Phil, so he's gonna get his, I guess.
I just fucking realized that.
Yeah.
He doesn't have that diplomatic immunity.
You know, I think it's just so hilarious that, you know, Phil talks about, I mean, Phil talks about, you know, the debt and the stress and the camera that he doesn't have, all of these different factors of why he can't do Project 7 when all he was asked to do was make a teaser trailer. I mean, he has to like really heap on the excuses and put his health and his well-being and his psychological wellness, has to put all those things out there for people.
And
it's incredible.
Those are lifestyle choices. Those are not. He didn't have to put himself in debt. He didn't have to. Like 95% of the stuff he whines about are stress that you put on yourself. And as adults, we have to, you know, face the music that, you know, if we're living like incredibly stressed lifestyles, it's probably because we put it on ourselves. You can't blame the world from circumstances that you put on yourself, you know? It's not something that was going to happen whether you did it or not. It's something that you put on yourself, so you got to deal with it. I understand it.
That is completely right.
That's like me saying, "Oh, I got I buy too much of something." Well, you know, I can't go to work because I got an addiction to something. If that was the case, you know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense.
Unbelievable.
Professional Vic. What's up?
I was going to say that age-old phrase, you know, making his bed, now he has to lie in it, you know?
Oh man, you're right. Anyone got something to say? Anyone else?
Nope.
Well, you know, it's a scam.
Here's an update. King Addy was banned from the forum for saying, stealing from your own fans. Phil has no shame. He was banned after one post. So they're putting their foot down on the good old King Hate forums there.
Yep.
Freedom is banned in that forum, so
Everything
get
is banned.
laws.
Bug box mode activates.
Would you say, Fred, the forum was a service to Phil?
The forum is only there as a means for people to create a community around wishing Phil well and for providing him free work. The infrastructure is basically, here is the submit your art stuff. I submit my art. I get a bunch of thumbs up. Oh, good job, man. High five. That art was awesome. Here's how I can display my art and get recognition for it. That's what the purpose of that is. It's not for fan interaction. It's not for anything else. It is primarily for him to say, all right, I'm streaming Fallout 4. Let's get the fan art. All right, I'm going to be doing Hate Live. Submit your questions. That's what the purpose of the forum is. First and foremost, it's for you to be able to be his unpaid graphic designer, writing staff, well-wishers, contributors, all that other stuff. That is what your role there is. And if you get out of line, you're done. You're done.
You're banned.
Mm-hmm.
You're dead to me. You're dead to me.
And a lot of those people there, I hate to say it, but a lot of those people there, they think that by riding Phil's coattails that they're going to somehow make some sort of living for themselves. I'm here to tell you, unfortunately, you will not. You are not.
Never.
No one has become incredibly successful off of Phil. The best examples you can think of people that supposedly were able to create careers off of Phil would be like the Arid Lord, P-Dog, stuff like that. They're doing completely different, separate stuff. Their lives are completely separate from Phil now. And they didn't get some gigantic boost from being involved in Phil. Because the second that you aren't kissing Phil's ass, the second that you're not completely all over him, then his fan base turns their back on you. The same thing like Rambo. Rambo had the nerve in fans' eyes to say one little thing about Phil, to take a few little lighthearted jabs, not even jabs, but just a few lighthearted jokes about the Patreon culture and the dark side and all that kind of stuff. And fans are telling him to go fuck himself, and they'll never support him. They're throwing his DVD in the trash, all that other stuff.
It's kind of like cult behavior a little bit.
Absolutely. Kim Jong-Phil.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here is an update from the forums. K Gallion has finally entered the fray. Just now on the forums, he comments, extremely disappointing to say the very least. My thoughts on the matter. Links an Imgur link, which is the screen cap of his comment, and says, my comment isn't visible on the video as some trigger is setting off the spam filter and putting my comments into spam. Now, he wouldn't know that. You don't get feedback to know that your comment is spam. I would know that. I've had my comments deleted off of Phil's channel for quite some time now. I'm going to archive this just because I want people to see if he removes this, because he is trying to completely make this go away as far as KG. Yep. He's trying to just completely disregard KG until he gives it up, essentially.
Yep.
And maybe he'll tire himself out and stop. Let me finish up the archive. Here is the archive. Let me post that on Twitter.
He's panicking.
And let me post that in the chat.
Hey, damage control, Che. Damage control.
There you guys go. There is an indisputable archive of the forums as we speak. This is not something that can be doctored since it's on archive.today's servers. But this is a... Oh, cool. And you can even click the Imgur link and everything. So that is really cool. Archive.today is a really good service. But anyways, there it is. You can see that Mr. K. Gallion commented on the forums. I want to see if that gets erased, because I will bet you that it does.
Oh, yeah. He's deleted mod comments, like the old stuff where, when Drillbit didn't even insult him or anything, just said something that he didn't like. It doesn't matter. In Phil's mind, which is kind of like an issue that he has to work on. It's either you're for him 100% or you're against him 100%. There's no middle ground with him. And I know because I've had this issue and I've dealt with it too. So Not saying, I can admit my mistakes. You have this mentality, and he permanently has this mentality where if someone says one thing that you don't like, you automatically think the worst and they're against you 100%. And you just move them over to that, extreme line. You know what I mean? There's no middle ground with them.
Mm-hmm.
That's a dangerous mentality to have because you're going to lose a lot of friends and you're going to alienate yourself from a lot of people with that mentality. Trust me. Take it from experience. I know.
Unbelievable. So, I think that covers everything. We've got, obviously the quote-unquote indefinite postponement, which is essentially I'm canceling the teaser trailer and I'll do it when I have the quote-unquote means to do it later, whatever the fuck else. We covered his excuses, we covered his plan moving forward, and we covered the community reaction. Is there anything else that you guys are thinking that we haven't been able to cover? Anything else that we should get to before we take off for tonight and let these fine people get to sleep?
No, but I'll say one thing. With Phil, there is no redemption. There's only failures and excuses. And he's going to continue to do that forever, ever and ever until things do not go his way.
Yep.
Well, the rest is up to the community. And people are pissed off about this, rightly so. It's up to the community to get the word out there, to make sure that people are aware, to voice your opinion. I mean, if you guys want to try to report him to Patreon, from what I understand, they don't do anything. But if that's the principle of the matter to you, feel free to do that. The fact of the matter is, there's really nothing that's going to come of this except for fans getting sick of his shit, dropping their support, and potentially dropping their Patreon donations. So, man, I don't know what else. I don't know what else to say here. I think we covered it all. I think that moving forward, we'll keep an eye on this. Obviously, keep an eye on our Twitters. We'll be updating you guys as far as it goes. Thank you guys very much. What's up, Mr. Lester?
Let's see. Oh, never mind. Go ahead. Sorry.
So, that about covers it. If you guys are interested in the Phil video, I would say if you don't have the full 40 minutes, I would skip to around the 20-minute mark, and that's where he starts to talk about what he's going to be doing and yada, yada, yada. Man, I think that covers it. So let's wind down. Let's say who was here, and if you have any other final comments, we'll get to those. So, Mr. Cyber Blood, where can we find you? What have you been up to?
You can find me on Twitter as under CyberIcepod. You can find me on YouTube as CyberIcepod, and I've been working on some Destiny videos.
Mr. Torrez Johnson.
You can find me at Twitter at BadassArtist100. You can go to my YouTube channel, the Superior Artist 10,000, for animation videos. And that will be all.
Mr. Freddy Fastfuck.
My Twitter is at GTSBB1, and my YouTube channel is at Freddy Fazfuck. And be on the lookout. And I hope that maybe someday This Say I Don't Play Crash Bandicoot 2 Part 2 will happen.
Mr. Lester.
Find me on Twitter at LesterLWest. You can find me on Twitch at TwisterSassonMechapo. You can find me on YouTube or on
Miss the delightful Miss Alice.
You can find me at 7 in Context at Twitter, and I would like to thank the viewers for coming. And what I've been up to lately is trying to avoid blenders and smoothies in the future.
Oh no, you've dropped quite a little hint. Is that where we're gonna keep it at, or do you wanna kind of unveil the curtain on that one?
I guess we can. That's just all the viewers are gonna get for today.
Oh shit. All right, we've got the fantastic Mr. Che.
I just you can find me at retrospective PC on Twitter, and I'll just suggest that if you want to see the video, wait till someone else re-uploads it. Don't give them the views.
That is a good idea. Somebody should do that.
Mm-hmm.
And
Sorry.
yours truly, I am Mr. Fred Fucks. You can find me on Twitter at TIHYDP, the acronym for This Is How You Delay Project 7. You can also find me on YouTube, /it's Fred Fucks, or you can type in Fred Fucks in your handy dandy YouTube search bar, and you can find me and my channel and my quality content. You can also find me right here, hitbox.tv/Sons of Kojima. Thursdays, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can also find me when something big happens. We'll do the emergency stream. Anyways, thank you guys all so much for showing up here tonight. We're very glad that you guys care about our opinion on this and wanted to see what we had to say. It humbles us. We appreciate it as always. Thank you guys very much for submitting things. Thank you guys very much for spreading the word on Phil and his misdoings, his evil deeds, his greed, his scams. Thank you guys all so much for your support. As always, we love you. Go fuck yourselves. Good night.
Goodbye.